All right. Mic check 1 2. Going live in 3 2 1. Let's go. Let's get. All right. So, um, we're gonna start our we're gonna just go straight to business here. So this is week 3 of the FundedNext Bold Challenge that I started, of course, 3 weeks ago. So it's been 3 weeks. It's been a ride, and here's the data now so far that I have. And we're gonna go through we're gonna go through this last week's trade. So I took a trade every day except for Thursday. There was no trade. So let's go right on ahead and look at Monday. But before that, here's the results real quick. So Monday is the first two trades right there. No, Monday, yeah, I did take two trades on Monday, but the total was $38.30. The first trade was a loss, then I took another trade, got back the loss and a little bit on top, and then Tuesday was pretty much a break even, plus I think a little bit of some points right there, better than a loss. Then Wednesday was a winner. I don't know if I took the full 1:2, but this also was a break, not really a break even trade, but this was a stop out on what do you call it when you're moving your stop loss, damn it, something, but I was kind of putting my stop loss in the trade, so booking some profits right there. And then yesterday took a gold trade and pretty much hit 1:2. So far this is the highest number I've seen. The highest was 330, and this one just went straight ahead, hit my TP for 1:2. So let's go look at those individual trades. So let's start with Monday. Right there, that's how it looks. Pretty much, I don't want to textbook, but you know, the discipline is on another level, honestly. So only taking trades that meet my criteria. I mean, on one of the days I did something else, but we'll see when we get there. So on the right here, we do have a 15-minute. It's the 15-minute time frame. There's that big zone over there, and a smaller zone. So the first one was on the 30-minute, and the smaller one is on the 15-minute. So pretty much this huge candle did confirm the big range, but I was like, you know what, if we keep retracing, then I'll use the small one there, which is the last down candle before we shoot up to take to take that major buy side right there. And then when we come down, retracing to that area, I want to see if I can get a trade. And pretty much that's how it looked like right there. My EMAs lined up, I got that retracement and I got in. So what happened here is I moved my stop loss too soon, but then I was like, after seeing this much substantial move, which looking in hindsight wasn't too big, so I decided to move my stop loss to where the 100 EMA is at, because I'm thinking to myself, hey, if this trade is really gonna move, I don't think we should trace back to that EMA, at least to that purple one, and then keep going down. But you can see it came, touch my move my stop loss to that area. It just took me out and then proceeded to go my way. So that would have been a nice 1:2 trade, but I moved my stop loss in too fast, and that was like 118 loss. So my threshold loss for the day, for any trading day, is 250. So I was like, I have some extra loss to take. So I decided to take a second trade to because now I'm like, yo, I think this move really wants to go down, so let me hop back in the trade. And this is how it looked like, and that was the second trade that I entered over there. And pretty much it went down to take my 1:2, right? Because I was like, yo, I mean, drawdown, I could have decided to trail the stop loss, but then I was like, yo, it just gave me an opportunity to get that fast loss back, so I'm not gonna play around. And that's how that that went, and then the rest of the day, that's what we got. The trade just pretty much kept on going down, and it is what it is. So that's how we made that $38 right there. So got my loss back, and to me that was a good win. Let's go to day 2. Okay, so this is something that I noted. If if I was perfect, right, what I should have done that day, like if I knew. So let's go. Pretty much like I showed you, see that big zone right there? If I just waited for this candle to confirm that closure again and then enter on the retracement, it would have been a really clean trade. And you can see there's that big zone right there on the left, and I mean on the right, and on the left you can see it, and it forms a nice trade after. So a nice trend line. We break after touching that 50, and there's my entry signal. 1:2 real quick. But I wish we knew what would happen next. Trading would be perfect, but it's just not. Okay, let's go to the second day. That's the day we made 36 bucks. Let's see what happened here. Okay, now what happened here? Okay, so this is the zone, 15 minutes instead of a 30-minute zone, so kind of double confirmation right there. The zone is confirmed way up here. That's the retest and then the breakout. Now I used to demand for a retracement back to at least half of, let's say, this swing low to that swing high. I would expect a retracement to at least a half, or even better if it goes deeper. And then on the way back, I'd like to be in that trade. The thing is, it just doesn't work like that, and most of the time. So as long as the zone is confirmed, we close out outside, found support, and we went away. If I get a trade confirmation, I'm just gonna hop auto in. So too bad on this one. I don't know why I didn't put the EMAs, but as you can see, everything lined up. I did get some little bit of drawdown here, but it then lined up and started going up. So what happened is, it was right after 9, and pretty much after 9, after we've had such a substantial move, mostly it will want to retrace, and I didn't want to give up any gains that I had on that day. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna don't mind, that's my baby. I'm gonna retrace. I'm gonna, what do you call moving the stop loss? There's a name for it. What's going on? I'm gonna trail the stop loss, and pretty much it took me out over there, and that was fine. So let's see what happened the following, like the rest of the session. Pretty much it just it consolidated in here. And the cutoff time for FundedNext is 3:10 CT. Convert that to PST, that's 1:10. The blue region right there is 1. So pretty much would have been still break even. So that's how that went. But we had already gone too far. So I'm thinking my setup should have been somewhere here, but I think that I was demanding for closure above that 30-minute entry, but looking in hindsight, that was already done. So pretty much, is there a way I can make this bigger? Let's make it smaller. What? If you can look on the left here, I have that swing high and that other swing high, a trend line. So that break right there should have been my entry with my stop loss down here, but I doubt that would have given me 1:2. But it looks like it would have been better than what I took there. But anyway, as you can see on the right here, we do have that blue small large rectangle. if I could call it like that. So I pretty much thought of it as support. So I was kind of confident that that would work. But even if it did not work, it was a good trade and I was content with it. So pretty much that's how I made that $36, better than a loss. So let's go check out the third day. It was still a Nasdaq trade. So this is Wednesday, and again, I was okay. There we go. So now on this day, I might have veered away from my trade confirmation criteria, but it's still something that I thought that I could add some more PD arrays to play with. It doesn't have to be just a breaker. So on this day, I saw this 15-minute fair value gap right there, and you can see on this right on the left is a 1 hour. That's 60, a 1 hour inverted fair value gap. So I was like, oh, that looks like a area to, you know, give some good support, right? And then another thing, this was an area of like somewhere you'd look for a reversal. It was way up there. Pretty much. Let's go check it out on the tray, on the charts here, so I can show you something. This is February 25th. So the 27th. Let me do this range. The 26, 25, right here. Hope I don't make this complicated. What am I looking for? Just give me a second here, bruh. This is gold. You need to be on Nasdaq. There we go. So I'm looking for the 25th. I want to share something here. Something I've noted. And actually it's the 24th, right? Yep. Is that what we're looking at? We already looked at 24th. So we're looking at the 25th, right? Which is this trade here. 24, 25. Yep. Actually, this is the day I'm looking for. So that will be group 4, group 3, group 5, and group 3. Exactly. Let me show you something real quick. Now, if we look at this chart, it's very much marked. Now, ooh, okay, let me hide the drawings then. There we go. So this will be the day right here. Now, this was an area that I believe was an area of reversal right here. We've taken all these highs. Oh, okay. I had not seen those. All right. But what I was thinking is I was betting on, I think there's a lot of people trying to take shots here. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to bet on the market still going up a little bit more to grab some more liquidity. But as you can see, we do have that major high right there and the other one. And after we took the market just dropped like it was hot. And that's why I took that trade. But pretty much that was my area of reversal right there. I was like, yo, we can't just come up straight and then just tank without some sort of manipulation, right? And pretty much you can see what happened later. So on this trade, this is why sometimes I'm like, I want to stay in a little bit more, because whenever you come out, trade just wants to go away. But anyway, there's no regrets on this one, because I stayed, went in at 7:15, and you can see it took me out, I came out at 12:45. But if I stayed longer, probably I would have made a little bit more over there, but no regrets, no regrets at all. What happened here? Data range. Yeah, you can see what happened this day, man. So the what you call them, the FundedNext cutoff time is 110. If your trades are not done by 110, they close out for you. So pretty much I would have gotten maybe a little bit more. So it's all good. My TP was where you see that green line, which the trade will still not have taken me out. So I'm glad that was a good trade, honestly. After staying that long, I think I made a right decision to get out. Otherwise, if there was no cutoff time and I decided to stay, then my full 1:2 would have been taken. Not to say that that would have been a down candle as well. So all in all, that was some good. That was okay. So Thursday, there was no trade for me. I didn't see anything, so I didn't do nothing. Just watched and closed the stream a little bit after 9 p.m. So let's go to yesterday, which was pretty much a good trade that I took on gold. Again, I don't want to say textbook because all my trades are textbook, but this one was just textbook, even though all my trades are textbook. So pretty much had this 15-minute range over here, and as you can see, there's a little bit of consolidation, but we did close with that 530 candle probably, and there's the retest, and then we do try touch, you know, support. So it's like, yo, this right here could be a breakout, right? And pretty much it did happen. We did break out of that consolidation, and I was able to position myself right here. My EMAs line up. There's the retest, they line up again. Boom, I'm in. My stop loss below the black EMA, which is the 100, and then boom, just went straight to hit my TP. We went good profits here, back to my entry, and then we see another good substantial move again back to my entry. But just stay patient, and I mean, whatever loss I have there is already submitted, and the trade can do whatever it wants to do. And then we just one time start going up. So when we were somewhere here, because I went in with 2 contracts, I wanted to take out 1 contract at that old daily high level, and I was setting up that the sell limit. But before I could do anything, this was just a one-time move, and it just went and took me out with that TP. Hit my TP. As you can see, it went up a little bit more, then short all the way down. So if I decided, hey, let me stay in a little bit more to get some more gains, as you can see, it did go up a little bit more. But look what happened. All my gains would just have given them back, and then hits my stop loss. And that sucks, man. It sucks when you're up this much and then you decide, let me stay in a little longer, comes and takes you out, and then later goes your way. It does something to your psyche. So for me, I like to trail my stop loss. Honestly, if it just started playing around here, my stop loss, I think I had already started trailing that stop loss with the 50, and I'd rather it takes me out and then goes out instead of, you know, I mean, goes to my direction, instead of seeing such nice gains and then it takes you out like that. Anyway, that was a good trade. I think we're gonna hop on the charts real quick because I want to show you something else that just stood out with that trade. Let's look on the 15-minute. So that zone right there, even before I drew, before I drew this one, there was a zone here, but this happened. That move was early New York. Well, at 5 a.m. But you can see that last up series of up candles before we shut down to take all these liquidities, and we close above it. Look at how that zone just creates support all through the New York close yesterday, and the Asian session, and pretty much the London session, and then New York just shoots up. And then there's another zone here, same thing pretty much. We shot up and then we went down. They went down further, but they shot up and closed above that zone, which was acted as resistance with this touch here. Let me look for those shapes. Oh, come on. Whatever. So what are these shapes, bro? There we go. So that right there. That's 1 point. Here's another touch right there. Another one here. Another one right there. So that's resistance, 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 resistance. Then price just goes above, and you can see now that same area now acting as a support, right? So now I was like, yeah, I think we might get some better prices. But if you look here, we do have some sort of consolidation of price right there. So now, of course, I was like, yo, maybe we might see a breakout. And if looking on the 1 minute time frame, I get my entry, I'm gonna take advantage of that right there. And pretty much that's what happened. Again, my entry style, EMAs line up, retest. When the EMAs line up again, I'm in. My stop loss just below 100 or whatever logical area I see. In this case, it made sense to put my stop loss below that 100, and we shoot up real good. And pretty much that's it. That's the weekly review. So we did close with 637 and took the account back to 50k. So the first 2 weeks I was in drawdown, and then now we are back to 50k. So hopefully we do stay above that level moving forward, and we do have some climbing to do. So our target is 53,000. So we have 2,870 to go, but we'll stay disciplined, we'll stay focused, and I mean, results will bring themselves. So that's it. Pretty much I'm gonna end the stream here, and thank you for joining in. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate. Oh, no likes, it's all good, but that was a good productive session. So hope when you see this later, please leave a like, comment, share, and join me every day from Monday to Friday at 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. PST, because I do this every day and I show everything I'm doing, no hiding, losses, break evens, profits, the stress, everything is just live for you to see. So join me if you want to be a disciplined futures trader. Otherwise, that was Trader Mawera with Mawera Capital, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna take a small break, and then as usual I'll do a backtest session, maybe just 2, 3, 4, 5 examples, and then I'll call it a day. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Trader Mawera, and I'm out. Love you all. Peace. And you already know we're gonna read what's on the bottom right there, Jude 1:25. To the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ our Lord, who makes all this possible, be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority before all time, now, before all time, and now, and forever. Amen. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.